TMR Gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio, The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Hazel, and Markki. Join the TMR Gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1, time for the top 10 for today.
And we're live on Facebook.com/RX931, Twitch TV and YouTube Live. Saying good morning to JPV. Also, good morning to Yasmin. Thank you for tuning in. And hi to Jan. Good morning, Mark, Rovin, John, Jasper, John Sinai, Ace, Kadjo, Erickson, and Renz.
All right, and we've got our top 10 for today, courtesy of OD1 Kenobi, in my cabinet. So let's start off with our number 10 entry, coming from Camilo as budget secretary. Definitely any housewife. Kasi housewives talaga ang magaling mag-budget at magpakasya ng kakarampot na pera.
Real housewives of budgeting. That's what's up.
And ano yan that's why, like sometimes people like raise their eyebrows when, for example, the husbands say that they entrega their sueldo to their wives, and then they're like, why? It's your money. You are a unit now, and you have to you can't make nothing, something out of nothing. So yeah, budgeting is usually a husband-wife thing, pero there has to be collusion between the two of you. Collusion.
We love to see it.
And number 9 coming. Oh, sorry. One more pala from Maxim de Winter. Very similar to Camilo's entry. Department of Budget and Management. Yung nanay mong hindi mo mahihingan ng extra baon. Mas matindi pa sa thesis defense. Pag kinukumbinsi mo siya ng extra gastos for school projects. Like, sobrang usain niya talaga yun. Like, apparently in cabinet meetings, like, they say it's like almost like a thesis defense. Like, you will tell the president what your plans are, what your whatever is. Tapos, dapat ka-questionin ka niya na parang, bakit ganito? Ba't ganito kamahal? Hindi ba tayo makakuha ng mas murang version?
Right.
That kind of thing. Apparently, that's how it works. So,
Aba dapat? I mean, we're talking millions, billions.
Exactly. Number 9, coming from Memski, Department of Transportation. Di yung friend kong maraming paandar. Alam mo yung pagdating sa mga chat groups, sa Twitter, sa Facebook, ang dami masyadong paandar. Number 8, from Say, Department of Foreign Affairs. Halos lahat ng continent may naging jowa na.
It's like when you have that map, tapos yung may mga pin na yung
Scratch.
map.
No,
I like that.
it's the scratch map. I have one of those.
Can you imagine? Pero lahat ng, pati Antarctica, hirap naman humanap ng jowa.
Parang wala namang resident doon. Unless you're, for example, a scientist, I guess.
That's true.
You've been there for a while.
Malay mo, merong parang expedition tapos while you were there.
Ay, wow.
Hindi, pero like, I'm thinking of like actual Antarctica
Antarcticans?
residents? They even say residents?
Well, they're called penguins. I think.
Right?
Yeah.
Number 7 from the Super Malas guy, MTRCB. Yung mga TMR hosts para mas madaming recommendation sa watch list. I remember there were, like years ago, people were telling me na parang that I should apply for like an MTRCB. Parang apparently there are like regular people hired by the MTRCB to watch movies. I don't know. I forgot what it's.
If you have the ID, you can watch movies for free, I think.
Ne, pero like what
Like
what is your actual job? Kasi
to give ratings, maybe?
parang ganun eh. Pero not quite. Not as important as that. Kasi usually there's a panel who would watch the movies
Yeah.
and then give it a rating. And that's, ano yun, private screening yun. Pero ito, parang yun nga eh. Like, the movie is already showing. It already has a rating. Pero you're hired to watch it for some reason. I forgot though. Like, please tell us if you know.
I think I don't know. I had a bunch of the people in my management are actually part of that. So basically, when they watch it, they can appeal
Okay.
to certain things. So like if there's a certain rating and they see something that isn't right, then they can appeal to the MTRCB. I don't know.
Baka
That's what I
parang
heard.
parang you're there to cross-check, I guess.
About
Kunyari, they may have
cross-checker.
missed
Maybe.
something. So,
Oh my gosh!
parang
Don't
yung parang kunyari, yung map of the Philippines. Yung, remember that
Right.
movie that
Right,
they didn't
right.
allow?
yeah, because but they showed it for a while and then
Yeah.
suddenly tinanggal. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe?
Mhm.
Who knows?
And number 6 from Juice Blank, Department of Trade and Industries, barkada kong nagbukas ng coffee shop. Tapos, ang deal niya with me, libre na raw ako. Basta gawaan ko siya ng system para hindi na siya mahirapan mag-compute ng sales niya. It's definitely a trade, right? Like, I will give you my services for free, but give me free coffee for life.
Like an Excel thing, an Excel document.
Something
Maybe
like
help me
that.
format it because I don't know how to.
But I don't have the
True.
budget to pay you for it. So you just come around if you want and you get free coffee. Pero dapat ayun yun, ako to. Dapat merong specific usapan. Paano ko araw-arawin ni Juice Blank, di ba?
Yung kape.
Tapos for the rest of his life, baka naman lugi na yung
Well, not necessarily
cafe.
because I have a feeling that people who have cafes, we can ask Rika, make a lot of money.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Kasi
think
beans
so too.
cost a certain amount and they sell it for a certain amount. I mean, today, buying from the usual coffee shop we buy for, I have realized that I'm spending way too much for coffee. I mean,
Tell me
I
about
discovered this
it.
the past 2 weeks as well, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. Simply by forgetting my coffee at home, I had to spend a little over, I don't know
Cheers.
Ugh.
how much more do I have to spend for that coffee fix every day.
I know,
I
right?
mean, it is a little treat every morning.
Well,
I look forward to it, I have to say.
it's true.
Yeah.
Dapat ano talaga, dapat alternate. So, okay.
Eh, kasi kayo, you drink your usual coffee. Eh.
All right.
For me, kasi I don't drink naman coffee. So, unless I like buy a different drink, I don't know.
Right.
No, but I mean-
Bye, internet. There goes our internet. Bye.
Bye,
Nice-
Chico!
Nice to see you. And number 5 from Chris, Department of Trade and Industry. Si teacher dapat ang secretary dyan. Sumasideline sa pagtitinda ng tosino, tapa, yema at pastillas bukod sa pagtuturo. Very industrious nga naman yun. At saka,
Again, I don't know where that happens because
And
I've
may-
never seen it.
I've never experienced it. I have never been sold tosino or
Same.
any kind of processed
Hindi
meat.
kaya in public schools, baka they're more maluwag.
Maybe. At saka like the whole
Kasi it's super bawal eh, in most schools.
sobra siyang bawal.
Super bawal.
And I don't know how it works. Or is it really a guarantee? Mamaya yan, bibili ka ng tosino tapos bagsak ka pa rin. Hindi, di ba,
Ilang
gets?
kilo na yung binili mo, bagsak ka pa rin.
So I don't know how that exactly works. Number 4 from Maxim De Winter, Department of Health, DOH, yung tita mong pakialamera sa mga kinakain mo. Naku, tataba ka niyan. Ay, naku, high blood ang abot mo niyan. Naku, cholesterol yan. And it's so difficult when they do that while you're eating.
Yeah.
Parang,
Just stop yourself.
And TBH, most of us know when we're doing bad, with our diets.
Yeah.
So we don't really need people to tell us that, uy, masama yung kinakain mo, hindi healthy yan.
One of my titas is really, really funny. Like, so when I am skinny or in good shape, she's like, oh, eat, whatever. Pero kung tumaba ako ng very slight, uy, tataba ka pa niyan. Huwag mo
Yeah.
kainin yan. It
Yep.
all depends on how you look. Just to shade you a little bit more.
That's the job of titas. And number 3, coming from Engineer Kevin, Department of Energy. Si Mama, kasi lagi niyang sinasabi na wag pagsasabayan paandarin ang plancha at ref.
Huh?
Why?
Alam nga namang papatayin mo pa yung ref mo when you iron clothes.
That's so strange.
Yung like when it's
What do you
cold
mean?
and warm, wag pagsasabay. Because they cancel each other. I don't know.
But
That doesn't
why?
work.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, you don't turn off your ref because you're using other
I know, right?
Appliances.
stuff. Yeah, that's
Baka
weird.
aircon pa pwede.
so
Papatayin mo yung
strange.
aircon.
But
kasi
hello, ang
magpaplancha
init
ka.
ka. I refuse to iron anything without my
Without your
aircon
aircon.
on. Hello,
Ang init.
ang init nun.
I don't know. Maybe that it's a thing. It used to be a thing. Pero weird nga yung
Ang
ano. Kasi
weird nun, ah.
ang ref, hindi mo siya pwedeng
Patay bukas,
basta-basta
patay
patay
bukas.
bukas.
Oo.
Masisira yun.
Yeah, and it's also that's also energy surges whenever you
Yeah.
plug it in, right?
Exactly.
And number 2 from Rudes Antonio, in my cabinet, NBI, yung jowa mo na grabing makaimbestiga kung saan ka galing, kung anong ginawa mo, and literally one clue ang kailangan niya. Kaya na niyang pagdugtong-dugtungin ang mga nangyayari. Yeah, with one clue, like maybe a receipt,
Hindi mo lang
maybe
alam.
lipstick on your collar.
Meron siyang crazy wall sa bahay niya.
Yeah.
You know, like the wall of crazy
Yeah.
with all those mga clues and like
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
evident
wall
little,
of crazy.
the wall of crazy.
Yung
Sometimes
pins and
they'll-
yarns.
Yes,
pins
yes,
and
yes.
yarns. And like,
Sometimes they'll even dye their hair a different shade
Oh
of
my
whatever, so that if they see any other colored hair on your shirt, they will investigate.
and the top in my cabinet comes from Simply Nedge.
Simply Ned says,
For the Department of Labor. Di si friend na every year na lang nanganganak. Like,
Total
literal na
labor.
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 Oh my gosh.
Specializes in
magastos yan ah.
labor. Gastos yan.
I mean, not just labor itself, but, diba, like milk,
Hello.
diapers,
Education.
education.
They say that's the number one, ano talaga, it's the number one stress for parents. It's really like the school. It's so expensive. Everyone says it's so expensive. So yeah, that's the struggle. We do have one more batch of the top 10 in my cabinet, but we will be playing a couple of songs in the RX booth, but we will stay on Facebook Live.
Chico will try to at least. He's going all Sandara Park on us. In or out? Are you in or out?
Ah,
Good Charlotte as we move on with more Right Wednesday dance floor anthem on the Monster. Hi. I don't know what's going on, but
100K na ang tuition for grade 1.
grade 1?
Parang ayoko na magkaanak. 100K. But I mean, that's one year, right?
Yeah, I guess, but still too much.
Yeah. For
That's
grade
like the
one.
first grade, so ang dami mo pa after that. And then, of course, there's college, which is even more expensive. Wala. School of life na lang, mga anak. We'll wait for Chico to return.
Chico, why don't you connect to this other one, Jocks?
I am. That's what I'm connected to.
Oh.
So, I'm restarting. Can they hear me?
Oh, I'm on
I think.
I'm on 93.1.
Oh no, I'm not on that. I'm on the usual. The usual. Let me try again. Okay. I've restarted. Give me a
Okay.
couple of minutes.
Okay.
Carry
Cross your
on.
fingers.
Carry on.
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Oh, it's a circle finale pala today.
Yeah,
Exciting.
today.
If you're watching the circle, Speaking of boy and girl groups, the Spice Girls are in the circle.
Well, two of them at
Yeah,
least.
two of them, couple of them. Would you have expected that the one who would become most successful
Was
was
Victoria? No.
Posh? Absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
Ako, I thought baka si Scary or Ginger or Baby.
But then again, when you
actually.
think about it, kasi with Victoria, it's not like she became the most successful in music. It's
Yeah,
just that,
she married.
she married David Beckham and they became this power couple. And obviously, she's the richest among the five of them. But yeah, in terms of like success in the music industry, for example, parang medyo, I don't know. I don't know who I would give it to. Maybe Mel C, because she's still making music till now
Oh,
on
yeah.
her own, right? But they're icons, so.
They're all icons.
Chico, are
Yes,
you
wait.
with us? Are you
My-
coming back anytime
I
soon?
am trying.
Where
Give
have
me
you
a
gone,
couple of minutes.
Chico?
Okay, let's try.
Why don't you join RX93.1?
Happy 45th anniversary to Star Wars, says Adrian.
Happy 45th anniversary to Star
Uh.
Wars. And the final season of Alola comes out today for all you Pokemon Go players.
A Lola? A Chico?
A Lolita. A Hazel.
Ang ganda. Oh, I see you.
Let's
I
try.
see
Let's
you.
try
Is
it.
this
Here
ca-
we go.
Hopefully this sticks.
Welcome to the season of Alola.
I really hope it sticks.
Ayan na. He's back. Sige nga, galaw ka nga. Oh, it's actually working.
Oh, it's working.
Wow, you're
Okay.
so
Great.
clear.
Yay.
Praise all the
Perfect.
gods.
I don't want to buy a new laptop.
It's a sign.
Hmm.
It's a sign. I think you deserve it. You deserve it.
Maraming pinag-ipunan.
What's the sign? What happened?
Ah?
What happened?
It's a sign na ano, he deserves to get a new laptop na. Kasi,
Yeah, like luma pa yung charger mo.
Mm.
Parang hindi na parang it's out of commission na.
I know,
That
right?
charger.
We'll see.
ano na lang, parigalo ka na lang kay Baby Whale. Baby Whale.
Yan ang maganda.
Yoo-hoo!
Oo. Na ano ba? Nanonood ba?
Baka
Laptop
kung
ka
nanonood man
naman
siya,
dyan.
baka biglang hindi na siya
Oh,
manood.
hindi biglang log out.
Log out.
May I ask Chico?
Mm-mm.
Do you remember when Star Wars came out?
Yeah. It was a great. Well, at the time, nobody thought that it would be this big. It was just cool.
But did you watch it at the time?
Yeah.
Like when it came out?
Yep. But it's yeah. It was
45 years ago?
steady. Yeah, I was in the womb when I watched it.
Ah,
Mm.
you were in the womb for 9 years.
Yes.
Ano lang, naririnig mo lang, no?
Mm-mm.
From inside.
Mm-mm. Diba, pag nanood yung nanay mo.
Yung co-host mong enablers, Hazel and Markki. Yes. We just have to agree. Just keep agreeing. Even though
We're
it doesn't-
keeping the peace. Keeping the peace.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Billie Eilish has Tourette's. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Does she?
Yeah.
But isn't that so it just happens like uncontrollably, or so when she's singing, does it ever come out?
Oh, I don't know about that. But I I read about that.
Well, apparently you can watch the
Before,
interview with David Letterman.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the new season of what's that? What's your show? My
Yeah.
next guest.
Something
Yeah,
like
parang
that.
ganon, my next
Requires
guest.
no introduction.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you might want to check that one out. So apparently, she opened up about her Tourette's experience in that interview. So if you're a Billie Eilish fan,
Oh wow, Japat says yes, Billy has it, and yes, it happens while she performs.
oh wow, okay.
Mm. I've never seen kasi like a long live performance by Billie Eilish. Usually it's just like a song. Or
Yeah, a
two.
short.
Yeah.
You call me again, drunk in your
Parang
bed.
padami na ng padami yung mga websites na yung kailangan mo
under the influence.
like the New Yorker. Yung or
Yeah. Yung you have to sign up.
Sign
And you
up
have to
for-
pay.
Ugh, so annoying. Why can't you just have like free articles?
Well, give them that at least. Kaya
I
nga
know,
wala
right?
na yung mga printed copies of most publications. That's just how they make money at least
That's true.
online.
And apparently, she said, if the lights tend to trigger her Tourette's, and according to her, if you film her long enough, you're going to start seeing a lot of ticks. Apparently, that's how it.
Oh. Yeah, that's
what, repetitive movements or unwanted sounds called ticks that can't be easily controlled. So they can involve movement, motor tics, or sounds, vocal tics. And the symptoms can range from mild to severe.
You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Parang medyo you remember the Survivor contestant that had Tourette's?
Which one?
Oh, who?
There was a Survivor contestant. A few seasons ago.
Oh, I don't
The
remember.
girl, the smallish girl.
I
don't remember.
Ah.
I don't even know what this is, but maybe you can help me out here. But
Wendy, this one.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Remember her?
Yeah.
Kasi
Ish,
like in Survivor.
I remember her.
Yeah.
But
Very ano niya.
when I sleep, sometimes I am told that I have involuntary movements. Like
But that's normal when you're sleeping. I think
is that
a lot of
normal?
people, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes when you're dreaming, like you kick or like you jerk a little.
And I think if you have Tourette's, you have tics. But if you have tics, that doesn't mean
You have Tourette's.
because there are just people with tics. It's a thing. Like some people tend to blink a lot, or they
You blink hard.
Oo, diba? That's just ano lang. That's just a
Minsan ano lang
regular
yun eh.
tic.
Yeah,
oo.
true.
So it doesn't go the other way around. Yeah. So apparently you can find it in season 4 of My Guest Needs No Introduction. Interesting.
Did you hear about Ricky Gervais' new?
Yeah, I want. Why is there tea? I've always wanted to.
What
when I
happened?
saw it, I wanted to watch it.
Oh, I haven't watched it then. I just saw it in the news.
What's it
kanina.
called?
Akala ko lang merong.
He's in trouble again.
Again?
For
What did he do?
for
'Cause-
his trans jokes
Oh no.
in his Netflix special.
Oh. I saw it yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, it's a Ricky Gervais like stand up. I want to watch." So I did kind of like, I kind of told myself, "Yeah, I have to brace myself. He's going to say a lot of
So
very
yeah,
inappropriate
he
stuff."
was trending again earlier.
Okay.
So he said this in the special, and I quote, "I love the new women. They're great, aren't they? The new ones we've been seeing lately, the ones with beards and the C word. They're as good as gold. I love them."
Ooh.
Wait, and there's this one too. He goes on to reference debates about bathroom
Yes.
access, and now the old-fashioned ones say, "Oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets?" For ladies, they are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What about this person isn't a lady? Well, his penis, her penis. You effing bigot.
Mm.
And then it gets worse. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but remember, like, Netflix now has a parang like for new employees. They said
They fired
yeah, it
so many
does get
people.
worse.
not just fired, para like kunyari if you're applying, parang itatanong na sa'yo na parang we, like, are you willing to work for the company in case we have like content that you may not be comfortable with? Because if
Ooh.
that's the thing, we might not be the company for you. Para ang ano nila is you have to be very objective, regardless of whether you find the content acceptable or not. You have to be an employee. So may ganun na sila at the start of, kasi di ba ang daming nag-walk out,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
nag-resign because of the whole Dave Chappelle thing. So now they're stating it na okay, we are not going to change our content because it offends you as an employee. So bago ka pa i-hire, tatanungin ka na nila.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hi.
So that's the thing.
Okay. So I don't know how long that special will.
Oh, they're not gonna remove it.
You
Di
think?
ba yung kay Dave Chappelle?
Sabagay,
They
yeah,
never
that's
removed
true.
it. And they were like, we're not here to judge our content. We just have creators. And short of something criminal, of them saying something criminal, we can't judge as to whether it is offensive or not.
Oof.
And especially for stand-up comedy, di ba, parang it's really up in the air. Like what one person will find offensive, another one will be like, look, it's just a joke. So medyo tricky yan. It's going to be a slippery slope we're navigating
Oh
here.
boy.
Yun, sabi ni John Sinai, I watched the first 20 minutes. Ricky also made jokes about AIDS, gay people, religion.
Oh
Yikes.
no, that's like yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
Ano, diba? Glad even tweeted about it.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here, there's a 4-part tweet from the Glad account. Check it out. Ayan oh. We watched the Ricky Gervais comedy special on Netflix, so you don't have to. It's full of graphic, dangerous, anti-trans rants masquerading as jokes. Inaccurate information about HIV. What else? Yeah, and a lot of other stuff. So
Hala, cancelled na yan.
Yikes. Well, nowadays kasi talaga I think we've really been polarized when it comes to these things. Like,
everything actually.
I mean, none more so than the whole Will Smith thing. Remember? Like, I have never experienced an issue where people, like, usually it leans on one side, diba? Like, usually, like, everyone's canceling the celebrity. But in this case, talagang sobra siyang for every person canceling. There's a person defending. And
Yeah,
it was so in the middle talaga. So, yeah. Nowadays, being canceled is relative.
it's the world we live in
It
now.
is the world we
So
live in.
yeah.
Yikes.
And Ricky Gervais, kasi he's been around for the longest time.
And he thrives on this eh. Sinasadya na nga niya. Ako feeling ko. he
He's like
tries
a
to-
like a funnier Pierce Morgan. You know what I mean? Like always with statements that will
No, not a funnier. A funny Pierce Morgan.
because Pierce isn't funny
Because
at all.
he's not
He's not funny, period.
So if you're funny, you're already a step higher than Pierce Morgan. Hindi, pero
Shade.
totoo. Like ano siya, yung
Very inflammatory yung statements niya eh.
kasi I get it if you really just have these inflammatory statements, right? Sila parang like, I have a feeling they're like, what can I say to rile people up? Like, sinasadya
trend.
mo
Uh-uh.
na mag, come up with something inflammatory.
Yeah.
Ay, this is
But
going to be tricky.
I've seen a couple of movies that I actually really liked with him in. Made me laugh.
But I mean, in movies,
In movies.
it's not like he's
Yeah. Well,
just
I mean,
cracking
someone
his
else is
own
writing
jokes. Yeah, exactly.
writing the script for him, right? So
Anyway, okay, hold on. We're going back on air.
Monster RX 93.1. Time for the top 10 for today. Okay, and this should be a TikTok challenge. They will listen to that song by Kylie Minogue, and they have to like not mouth wow wow wow
Wow.
wow.
I love that song
It will
though.
take all your strength
I love that song. And
not
we
to sing along with
played
that part.
Kylie and Madonna back to
Oh my
back.
gosh. I think I just farted a rainbow.
And the sugar bass
And,
before.
oh my gosh. Yeah. And dapat sinama mo na rin sila All Saints.
We played All
Oh, we
Saints.
played All Saints.
We
Okay.
did a
Okay.
while ago.
Perfect.
We're all
Perfect.
there.
So
all the
here we go.
icons.
We've got our top 10 for today. And like,
What? Why?
I
What's
see the
happening?
fear in
Okay,
your
while you're
eyes.
doing that, good morning to Evelyn Malyari or V, sorry. Hello to Ronaldo Quino, and also Jan says the husband's childhood bestie is Louise. Okay, the one that you were asking about earlier.
Okay.
Met you one evening after Sideshow.
Sideshow. Thanks for watching Sideshow.
Oh, and the husband is a former student jock. Okay, cool. Hello.
Cool. And since you're a musical fan, come watch this new musical I'm in. I can't really say what it is yet, but it's coming very soon, and I'm shooting the music video tomorrow. So excited for you guys to see it.
all right. So here we go. We've got our top 10, courtesy of OD1 Kenobi, in my cabinet. Like, I literally lost my top 10. And then when I pressed the app, there it is. Ta-da!
New
So,
laptop.
I know, right?
Bagong laptop na yan, Chico.
Number 10 from Camilo. As DPWH secretary, it should be my ex who likes digging up the past.
Oh.
Di ba parang pag nakakita ka ng street digging, you're like, okay, this is DPWH.
Ano na naman to?
Road reblocking.
How
diba?
long will this take again?
And there are some like there was in our area, there was this digging that started right before the pandemic started. And parang like, no exaggeration, maybe a year and a half. And nobody was working on it. It was just open. Like an open hole in the middle of the street. Like digging siya. Hindi siya pothole. Like, alam mo yung giniba?
Yeah.
Tapos iniwan. And I was like,
man.
oh my gosh. When will they finish this?
Hazel.
Number 9, coming from Engineer Mox, PIDEA, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Yung seatmate ko na tuwing may kinakain ka, bigla kang gugulatin ng, huli ka! Ano yung kinakain mo? Tapos manghihingi. So, which is like very PIDEA. Because, di ba, when you're the drug enforcement agency, everything is a sting. Everything is like
an
gulpe de gulat.
operation.
Everything is an operation. You
Huli
can't do
ka!
it, you
Parak
can't-
to!
Diba? Tsaka yung mga
Do they call themselves parak? Like, I love that word.
Benji.
Benji parak.
Kobe Parak. Hindi kasi 'di ba, like lalo na yung mga come out with your hands up. We've got you covered or we've got you surrounded.
Pag dito,
Paano?
paano? Siyempre, hindi man ganon.
Ano ba? Put your hands in the air and
Wave them like you just don't
Like you
care.
just don't care.
I don't know.
Ano ba party muna kayo bago ka hulihin?
I don't know. Number 8 from Shavana. Department of Agriculture. Dapat yung asawa ko masyadong nagiging agro, driving, talking politics, like literally anything triggers him, kahit maliliit na bagay.
Alam mo, mahirap yung ganyan.
Anger issues kasi yan.
Oo. Yeah.
Kasi gets ko yung like if it's very specific. For example, if you talk politics, tapos automatically umiinit yung ulo niya, di ba? Kasi
Gets
parang
pa yun eh. Oo.
it's a specific thing, but
The
when
trigger point.
everything
Yeah.
gets them angry,
It's a little alarming.
it's a little alarming.
Yeah.
And maybe you might need to talk to a professional to walk you through your anger issues. Number 7 from the Super Malas guy. Ito naman, it's a twist on Shivana's entry. Department of Agree culture. Yung barkada na game agad kapag niyayaya mong lumabas.
Yes, men and women.
Yung agree ka
also.
agad. Whatever happens, they'll just agree with you.
I know, you know what? Of course, nakakatuwa din naman when they're easy going and
Yeah.
they just basically go along with whatever. But in terms of like, for example, opinions,
Yeah,
that gets boring.
it does.
To have people who just agree with you on everything.
Hindi, ganito siya. Like, it's never negative kasi hindi sila nagdi-disagree. Pero wala ling positive.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's just more of the same.
You know what? I don't know if it's the Libra in me, but sometimes, like, kunyari, I'll say something. And then let's say I'm talking to 5 people and all 5 people agree with what I'm saying. Ako mismo na nag-bring up nung point ko, yung magbibigay ng counter, argument.
Yeah,
Yung
yeah.
parang, but then again, alam mo yun,
Because you want things to be balanced.
I guess maybe that's
Yeah.
why. Until I find myself defending the other side because everybody went along with what I said originally.
Sana nandun ako dun sa 5. And I'd be like, di ba ikaw nga yung
It's called balance. Excuse me, Mr. Gemini.
I know, right?
It's so funny because you're balanced and he's
yeah.
opposite.
I would probably, hindi kasi ako, I wouldn't like try to give you the other side, but it's like literally one side of me agrees with it, and then that will shut down, and then the new one will come up who completely disagrees. So it's not about balance. It's about, I don't know, having multiple personalities.
Yeah, but that's because you're a Gemini.
Kasi like ano, like it's happened often like yung kunyari we talk about a topic and I'm like, oh my gosh, I super agree with that. And then fast forward maybe a couple of months and we talk about the same topic and I'm like, oh my gosh, I super disagree with that. And then,
Inconsistent.
and if you remember, you'd be like, you liar. Didn't you just say a couple of months ago that you agreed with it? And I'm like, maybe at the time I did agree with it, but now I don't.
That was your serial killer self.
So it's not really like because I was lying or I was changing my mind. It's, I don't know. It's like,
But like you're always sure
yes.
which side. But
Yeah.
magkaiba lang depending
Magkaiba
on the
lang
time.
On the time.
Oo.
Yeah. So I guess. Yeah.
Chico is Moon Knight.
I don't know if I would go that far, but yes, something like that. Number 6 from Memski. In my cabinet, DPWH, yung tito ko na laging nagmamagaling. Ang linyahan niya lagi, it's my way or the highway. That's ano naman, exhausting when you talk to people who are like that because it's like, why
No,
are we even talking?
And then you
It's
just,
just your way.
you just want to stay away from them.
Or you know what? Try to be subtle if you're going to be like that at
Subtle.
least.
That's the way to go.
Be a little subtle about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
Parang don't let them know.
Be a little manipulative.
Yeah. Make it feel
Paano
like
mo na-
it
Can
was
we have
their
that-
idea.
Can we have that on loop? Can
Be
you
a
send me
little
the-
manipulative. I mean,
Can you send me the clip of Hazel saying that? Be a little manipulative.
come on. Like,
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
give it a little
Yeah,
something.
No. Just make them feel like they came up with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Very my big fat Greek wedding. The mom of
Ganun yung style
Diba?
niya. I never watched it.
Oh, okay. That's where it came from. The husband is the head of the family, but the wife is the neck. It's the one that actually
That supports
Keeps
the
the
head.
head up.
it points to where the head goes. It's not the head that moves. It's the neck that sort of like, without the head knowing that it's the neck calling
true.
the shots. Parang ganon, something like that. Number 5 from Tampupu, in my cabinet, Department of Education, yung tita ko na wala namang anak, pero ang daming pinapaaral. Alam mo yung because they're, they don't have children of their own, they still want to
Help
pay it
out.
forward.
Yeah.
And there are so many very selfless people. I'm sure a lot of our listeners would have a
A
person
story
in
to tell,
mind
yeah.
of maybe a tita or a grandparent.
Aw, that's really so
That's sweet.
admirable.
Diba? Yung parang they don't have to, but
Yeah.
because they have extra, they'll help out.
Wow.
Lalo na kung nagsastruggle yung I mean, lalo na kung pamangkin mo, di ba? I mean, it's not really reaching too far. They're practically your own children, di ba?
Yeah.
Number 4 from Rudes Antonio, DPWH. Ewan ko, pero pag siya, ang bilis magpatayo. Alam mo yung ang galing ng na contractors na imagine mo napapatayo agad nila yung building na ganun-ganun lang.
Or because they're so good, they just, stand up and clap.
Exactly.
Papatayo.
Oo. 'Di ba? Very standing ovation.
Standing ovation.
And naalala ko tuloy yung this old ng 80s. There was a starlet na this actually happened
Sige.
Sabi niya, nako, gusto ko po magpasalamat sa lahat po ng mga nanood ng pelikula namin. Naku po, like, nag-tour po kami ng mga sinehan. Naku, lahat po, standing ovation.
Standing room only?
Wala pong maupuan ng mga tao. Standing ovation po sila. And remember, this was the time when pwede pa. Kasi di ba ngayon, hindi na pwede.
Wala na.
Like, if you don't have seats,
you can't watch.
you can't buy a ticket. But there was a time, for the younger ones, there used to be a time na SRO. Pareho yung bayad mo, pero they will already put a sign dun sa box office na
oh my God.
SRO, which means
Standing room only.
if you buy a ticket, you're not going to have a seat, but you can still watch. You can sit by the stairs or stand dun sa likod.
Yeah. Do we know this starlet?
TBH, I forgot. I just remember that there was a starlet who said,
Standing ovation.
Standing ovation na po sa lahat ng mga sinehan. Okay. So, syempre ako, nung una ko na I heard
Akala mo
about
talagang
that, akala ko
nagpalakpakan lahat.
sila, diba? Bravissima. No,
Iba
not
pala
really.
yun.
And number 3 from Maxim de Winter, in my cabinet, my spokesperson, nanay ko. Kasi siya yung tagasagot sa dentista pag may tanong habang nakangangako. Dentists have this habit,
They talk
no?
to you.
They talk to you. At saka, hindi lang talk Gets ko yung sila yung nagsasalita. I'm okay with that. But sometimes they like literally ask you a question. Expecting an answer when you have your mouth wide open.
Well, mostly
with
the
stuff inside.
Mostly the responses are just yes or no. So, or
Kasi even then, you can't, di ba pag may that spit suctioner thing?
Yeah, you can barely hear them, diba? Even.
Right.
Actually, I love it when the dentist talks to you like you're a child.
yeah,
It gives me comfort. Like,
Oh.
kunyari nagpapaklinik, tapos medyo you're a little uncomfortable or medyo masakit. Sorry. Yung parang binubulong-bulungan ka nila.
Yung parang,
but
It's comforting.
But I have to say, that's been a low-key fantasy of mine.
oh, okay.
Like, I mean, to get my teeth super clean,
And then,
that I don't have to go back again for a few years, because it's very clean. I don't
Ako
have to get
kasi,
new pasta.
I don't know. There's something about dentists and drilling your teeth that
that you
That
find
would
so
be-
unsexy.
yes,
I know what you mean.
and spit and blood and gums and
Well, spit
hindi kasi like
kind of okay.
lalo na pag when they drill, it's possibly one of the most
Just blood. It's like a gross when there's
unpleasant
blood. Yeah.
kinds of pain that you could experience.
Ooh.
Siguro kung cleaning pwede.
Kung cleaning,
Kung
yeah,
cleaning
pwede.
lang.
Pero like I
Oo.
really associate dentists kasi with like
With pain.
alam mo
yeah.
yung mind-numbing pain. Kasi it's like, lalo pag may na-hit sila na
Na nerve.
na nerve.
Oh my
Ang
God.
sakit.
No.
Fuck it.
Pass.
Have you seen The Dentist, yung movie? It's like a classic
Yes,
horror
yes,
movie
yes,
from the
I have.
90s. Oh my God.
That's messed up.
I remember watching it as a kid and grabe. Sobrang messed up ng movie na yun. Check it out.
Yeah, I heard it's really,
Have you
really
watched
bad.
it,
I think I
Chico?
watched
Alam mo,
it.
if
Yeah.
it's
The
about
Dentist.
dentists torturing their patients, I don't want to watch it. It'll
Baka
give me
magka-fear ka.
nightmares. Oo eh. Number 2 from I'm Not in the Mood, DPWH. In my cabinet, yung barkada ko na palaging may quote road widening project sa gabi kasama yung jowa niya sa motel.
Ay.
Oh, okay.
Ano yung winawida nila?
Yung road.
Yung road?
Kasi baka nagdadala sila ng monopoly, di ba? Parang kunyari sa city, may mga
Okay.
roads,
Yun naman pala.
buildings, yeah. ganun.
Sinestretch nila yung
Or
ano.
Sims, baka may Sims.
Ay, baka. Oh.
Build sila
Sige.
ng city. And the top in my cabinet comes from 7070.
7070 says,
Department of Finance, yung tropa mong laging unang magbabayad, tapos i-online fund transfer or GCash nyo na lang sa kanya after yung share ninyo. Alam mo yung siya lagi yung, bayaran ko muna, bayaran nyo na lang ako.
parang yung kape natin pag umaga.
Yes. Yup.
Para kung ano dito.
Hindi, ikaw.
May lista.
Department of Finance ka, tsaka Department of Budget.
Oh my God.
Budget control.
I can't.
It's always like, Markki, you are 605 pesos over budget today.
You know, sometimes,
Kindly pay up.
ever since we started doing that, I find myself with a lot of cash in my wallet. Because before,
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
used to have a lot of cash. Kasi usually, I just use my card, right? And I don't withdraw regularly. But ever since ganyan na yung system natin, minsan naiipon yung cash ko. I'm like, oh, I have so much money. But then I'm like, but no, I'm gonna be charged this at the end of the month. So,
Totoo.
wild.
Well, sometimes I enjoy that, lalo pag wala ka ng cash. Yung sasabihin mo dun sa whoever you're with,
Ikaw muna.
ika-card ko and give me cash. So
Yeah.
para ka na rin nag-withdraw in a weird
True.
way.
No, that's what I normally do.
Mm.
That's why I don't withdraw anymore. Kasi, di ba, I told you guys I got scared before.
Yeah, there's online banking. Also, you can
Yeah.
GCash. But now,
And
you,
now
can
you can
even withdraw
with
without your
your
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fingerprint.
So what about us? What's our answer?
Ako, Department of Tourism. So since I'm heading to Norway, and my mom wanted to go to Iceland with the family, the first girlfriend of my brother will be joining us, and she made an entire PowerPoint presentation for my mother for the
Wow.
entire trip, and I'm like, oh my
A PowerPoint
gosh,
presentation.
she is applying to be the first lady of our family. And my mom was so happy. She was sharing it with everyone and everything. And I'm like, I was talking with Kai, and she's like, she doesn't really need to apply. Perfect siya for my mom. Blonde hair, blue eyes, sakto-sakto.
She's applying for that last name.
She's applying for that last name.
Sa akin, simpleng-simple lang eh. We've cast this pair a long time ago. Pagcor, si Hazel. At saka, alam mo ito yung Pagcor chair na yung pag merong big winner, kailangan may meeting muna with Hazel.
Oo, pag-uusapan muna namin kung
Yeah,
magkano yung
parang
cut ko.
Parang like,
Exactly.
kamusta ka? Tapos ang mga tanungan niya, hello, Madam Pagcor. Si Hazel, yeah, I heard you won 30 million. Yes, Madam. Sige, are you single?
Do you have sons?
Do you have son?
Love it.
Oo.
Do you have a cute uncle?
Oo, diba? Or
Pwede.
kung siya na yun, malay mo, diba?
Ako kasi Department of Foreign Affairs si Chico.
Ay,
Kasi feeling ko,
And-
as a traveler and
at hindi namimili.
correct. Every continent, pasok.
Oo,
Oo.
diba? Wala akong I don't discriminate.
Oo,
You know,
si Markki, Department of Trade. Trade lang.
Oo.
Because he's trade. Look at him.
Oo.
Pit crew.
I
Thank
know,
you,
right?
God. Thank you, 90210. Derma Clinic.
Anyway.
Kasi di ba when you think about it, no?
Oh.
Like on a serious note, if kunyari you were to be assigned to an actual department, parang I don't know if I can handle any of them or if bagay ako to any.
Hindi,
Siguro
sige.
tourism.
Okay,
na.
if we were
If we were to be given like a position, where would you want to be assigned?
At tourism na siguro. I mean, even now, I have a lot of interest about, like, Kasi 'di ba like at least yung ano mo parang how do you boost tourism?
Tsaka may element of fun kasi
May
yung
element of
department na yan
fun,
eh.
'di ba?
It's not so serious. Parang Pagcor, may
Yeah.
element of fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, TVH, gusto ko ring maging sa communications department.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
obviously, it's,
Pero ako ayoko.
because it's already what we do.
Feeling ko ang daming
trabaho.
Hindi,
Yeah.
tsaka daming gulo.
True that.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Kasi parang tourism, parang it's so like how to protect our tourist spots, how to boost tourism without destroying yung mga ganyan eh. Yan, those are my interests.
Yeah. Mine would probably be Department of Foreign Affairs because, well, I speak a few languages, so I think I can get by. Maybe European studies, essentially.
Maybe Department of, Agriculture. Sino ba yung magaling magtanim ng galit dito? Ilagay sa agriculture.
Agriculture, pwede rin yan.
Diba? Ano pa
Or
bang meron?
Department.
DOJ. Baka maraming
Ayoko
doon.
yan. I hate like I really cringe pag mga yung mga courtroom dramas.
I love courtroom
I
dramas.
don't like it. Not only because I get upset, lalo na pag nananalo yung bad guys.
Yeah.
Umiinit ulo ko talaga. So I don't do well with courtroom
Pero tourism talaga yung pinaka-fun.
dramas. Yeah.
I also want
I must say. Tapos alam mo yun?
Yeah,
Like,
tourism sounds
to
great.
boost tourism, tipong imbitahin ko yung BTS to come over.
And it's so fun being
Mga
friends with.
ganon.
Puro
It's
personal motibo.
it's so fun being Pokemon friends with our head, si Depsec Berna Romulo.
Oh.
She's a Pokemon Go player.
Oh, cool.
So I get to see all of her Instagram posts and stuff like that, and I'd always respond to her, all of the things she's doing for the country. And I'm like, FOMO, I wish I was doing the same thing.
Sabi ni Nero, pwede daw ako sa department store. Pwede talaga.
Pati nga si di ba? Si Tony
Shop
Toning.
all I want.
Yung raw, Department of Agriculture, kung sino yung magaling umararo. I have never. I've been curious.
Gusto mong mga araro?
Hindi, di ba? Like,
Mag-araro?
haven't you been curious? Just,
Na umararo? Ako hindi.
yeah, hindi, like literally, like behind the Carabao, you have your araro there, and then, siya naman yung tagahila eh. Parang you don't push, you just kind of like guide the
I'd love to see that.
plow. Yeah, to plow the field. I would love to try.
Mag-video ka ha? Kasi
I would.
I would like to rate your performance when you make araro.
It looks interesting.
Anyway,
But there you go.
that's it for us. Thank you for joining us on this Riot Wednesday edition. We'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock, so make sure to catch us again. We will be doing the wake-up quiz tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So don't forget to join us. That will happen during the first hour of the show. But stick around. Nikki is up next. We'll leave you with our final song, something from Philip LaRue and Found, only here on The Morning Rush with Chico, Hazel, and Markki. Bye for now, you guys.
Bye, guys.